Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like Matt. And set off! They want to be quick to recover this. Looking for the run. Rummenigge! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Played out wide. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bruno Fernandes. Bebeto. And that has left him in a heap. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's managed to get free. It's a good-looking delivery. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Aimed beyond the defence. This looks promising. Now the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Plenty to aim at here. Delivers the ball. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Beckenbauer is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Closing in on... Real chance! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Germany with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hazard. And it's Messi.
There they go, hunting again.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. A header! And he couldn't finish.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
But that has not gone well. That's been cut out, well played. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Germany
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Bruno Fernandes over to the right flank. Messi finding himself in space. And that's Judge, surely! Goal! Santos! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Bebeto. Oh, some astute defending there. It's a searching pass. Otto kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tele. Threads one in. He's having a shot! And no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Deftly away. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to say.
Hats on, Peter. This is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Took a touch off the defender, and that can happen. Oh, what a strange, strange goal. I always thought he'd have an influence on the game, but not in that manner.
Oh, good effort! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, given away! Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Cafu. Pele. Played into space. Now there's a fine ball. There's the shot! And there's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Rummenigge looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
He leaps for it! And he was quick to react. Quality ball. It's Pele! Goal, Germany! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Germany have their...
Substitution for Germany, number 10.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Pressing high and with purpose. Mateus, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, super ball!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This is their second corner of the game. Hazard with the clearance. Just about up to 75 minutes. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice looking ball. Beckenbauer looking to pass their way up the pitch. Could move up a gear here. He's on it, can he get away? He's having a pop! Oh, that is outstanding! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me.
Shot at goal! And that's in! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but...
Rummenigge! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Germany have their third corner. Alvarez. Struck first time! And how did he not put that away?
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown. Germany surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cafu gets into a good position.
Santos really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Santos needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
5 minutes to add. Oh, that's ambitious. Cafu. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's gone back to the keeper. He's picked his way through. And the finish! And that's a good finish. And right near the end, we have parity. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.